Hello again and welcome to another video review. Today I'll be looking at the FIC V19 Advanced Motherboard. What is included in this package is a 5.1 channel audio bracket. This goes plugged right into the motherboard to give you that 5.1 audio. Also included is a floppy cable, a ATA 133 cable. Also, you have some software. They've included antivirus, as well as personal firewall and Norton Ghost, all made by Symantec, some drivers, the manual, and the motherboard. This motherboard is based upon the Intel 845E chipset. Let me now just go over some of the basic key features that are on this motherboard. Right here is where the Pentium 4 CPU gets installed. You can put up to 2 gigabytes of DDR memory on this board. Right here is a floppy controller, your IDE controllers, as well as a Highpoint 372 RAID controller. You have 6 PCI slots, 1 AGP slot, and you also have 3 fan headers. There's one right here, and one right here. Now with this motherboard as well, you're going to need an approved Pentium 4 power supply. You have 2 connections for power, one right here and one right here. This board has PS2 ports for the keyboard and the mouse. It also comes with an Ethernet port, 2 USB 2 ports, a parallel port, 2 serial ports, and the audio. Now I mentioned earlier about this 5.1 channel audio bracket. This bracket gives you that center channel, the bass, the rear. It also gives you the coax and optical in and out. I will be touching on some of the key features in this particular BIOS. First, I'll be looking at the advanced BIOS features, and this is really a very common area throughout every BIOS. In here you can enable things like the CPU L1 and L2 cache, and also do the first boot, second boot, third boot, and things like that. In the advanced chipset features of this BIOS, you can adjust the memory timings, as well as enabling or disabling the system BIOS cacheable, as well as the video BIOS cacheable, and even further down here you can adjust the AGP aperture size. And this is of course on your video card. And you can go all the way up here. With regards to timings, this is memory. You can do a manual setting where you can manually adjust the different timing, or you can do a by SPD option. Within the integrated peripherals part of this BIOS, you can go in and enable the secondary, the primary channel, also things like the USB, the onboard RAID, and the onboard audio. Also further down, you can change or enable or disable the serial ports, the parallel ports, and so on. Within the PC health status, you can go in here and view all of the different temperatures, the system temperature, the CPU temperature, also the different voltages, as well as the different speeds on the fans that you have installed. Also in here you can set a CPU warning temperature, as well as a shutdown temperature. Within the frequency voltage control part of this BIOS, you can see here, this is very limited. This is an area where you would go to really overclock your CPU. Unfortunately, there are no voltage control settings for either your memory or your CPU. The only option you have here for overclocking are a few frontside bus settings. The Size Software Sandra CPU result is 4,560. The CPU Multimedia Benchmark result is 9,436. The memory result is 2,131. And the RAID 0 result is 40,139. The 3D Mark 2001 second edition result is 12,338. The benchmark settings for the Comanche 4 demo are a screen resolution of 1280 by 1024, the bit depth is 32, texture compression is checked, I've disabled the VSync, and hardware shaders are checked. And the result is 41.24 frames per second. The graphic settings I will be using for Quake 3 Arena are a video mode of 1280 by 1024. The color depth is 32-bit. The geometric detail is at high. The texture detail is at max. The texture quality is 32-bit, and the texture filter is trilinear. And the result is 182.5 frames per second. In the XS mark, I will be using all default settings except for different screen resolutions. I will be doing a test at 1024 by 768 and one at 1280 by 1024, both at 32-bit. At a screen resolution of 1024 by 768, the result is 6,487. At a screen resolution of 1280 by 1024, the result is 5,251. FIC has put together a board which is both stable and has all kinds of features. The onboard RAID, the onboard audio, the onboard NIC, as well as the onboard USB 2 support. This board, though, is not highly overclockable because you don't have the voltage options for either the memory or the CPU. But overall, this is a great valued product. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds, and this has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also, be sure to pop into my website at www.3dgameman.com. And when you're there, go in and register. If you haven't already, registration is completely free. You can go in there and leave your own suggestions and comments and find out about all kinds of other information about all the other products I review. Until the next time, take care.